Hello, I'm Keith May, Special Operations Chief with the Berkeley Fire Department. In this video, we will look at Berkeley's growing fire threat and the 4 key steps that you can take to take control before a fire starts. Choosing your evacuation trigger, making a fire weather plan, being ready to receive information, and not being the cause of a fire. Fire has always been a part of Berkeley. In 1923, a fire crested over the hill at Summit Reservoir and burned all the way down to Shattuck. In 1991, Berkeley and Oakland together lost 25 lives in the Hills Fire. The East Bay has always had fire weather. Every fall, the hot, dry Diablo winds come over our hills and threaten to ignite and spread another catastrophic fire here in Berkeley. And we know that climate change is making that fire weather worse, not just for us, not just for California, but worldwide. We have a longer fire season. The fires that ignite move more quickly, and initial attacks by fire crews don't always work. These fires are turning into mass rescue and mass casualty incidents. But there is good news here. And it's in this chart. This chart shows the low humidity and high winds that create fire weather or conditions where a fire is more likely to quickly spread. The Weather Service could issue a red flag warning for any of these colored areas on the chart. Here you can see some recent and local catastrophic fires. This includes catastrophic fires in 2017 and 2018, as well as the 1991 Hills Fire, which happened here in Berkeley. You see that they all occurred in this purple area when the winds were very high and the humidity was very low. From this, you can see here that not all red flag conditions are created equal. These catastrophic fires are a weather phenomenon. They are happening during extreme fire weather conditions. For that reason, Berkeley is now taking the red flag designation a step further. When the forecast has predicted these very intense red flag conditions, we are proclaiming extreme fire weather, notifying the community and increasing our firefighting personnel and resources. For context, in 2020, Berkeley had 25 days in red flag status, meaning any of the colored areas on this chart, and only had 2 days of extreme fire weather. So part of our challenge to you is to consider what you can do to be out of harm's way during these very specific and predictable conditions. What does taking control before a wildfire look like? It is different for each household, but there are 4 main ideas that apply to everyone. First, you need to determine what your household's evacuation trigger will be. Will you leave during fire weather, or will you wait until a fire starts? Second, your household needs to have a fire weather plan. This means that you need to think about what you'll do when we get red flag warning or when the city declares extreme fire weather. Third, you must be ready to receive information and instructions about fire weather and evacuations. You need to be ready to get information from multiple sources. Fourth, when we have fire weather, you need to take extra precautions so that you are not the start of our next catastrophic fire. And we'll walk you through these steps now. Step 1 is to choose your evacuation trigger. Traditionally, we only considered leaving after a fire started, shown to the right of the fire icon. Some will choose to wait until they receive a wildfire evacuation message such as evacuation warning. This is a prepare to evacuate message. People with mobility challenges should leave when they receive this kind of message for their zone. Depending on the fire, we may or may not have time to issue an evacuation warning. The other type of wildfire evacuation message is an evacuation order. This is an order to evacuate now because of a threat to your life. But we're realizing that we have more options than waiting until a fire starts. To the left of the fire icon, we are showing red flag warnings and extreme fire weather warnings. Leaving during these times before a wildfire starts and during dangerous weather conditions is what we are calling preemptive relocation. You will have a lot more time and options if you leave before a fire starts. Once a fire starts, a lot more of the circumstances will be left to chance, and a lot more of the decisions will be out of your hands. Step 2 is to make your household's fire weather plan. This starts with choosing your trigger to leave. You should consider each member of your household, including your pets, separately. What's right for one might not be right for the others. Keep in mind that household members who wait to leave until a fire starts will need to be ready to walk out. Example, maybe one family member uses a walker, and during extreme fire weather, they and the family cat stay with relatives, while the dog and the runner wait to leave until they receive an evacuation warning. The next step in planning, whether you leave early or during a fire, is to walk through key planning questions. We have developed a fire weather planning tool on our website that walks you through how to answer these questions for your own family. The third step in taking control is being ready to receive information. Sign up your mobile phone and email address for AC Alert. As of 2021, you can find the app for iOS or Android and associate it with your AC Alert account to get messages on your phone. We want to emphasize during periods of fire weather, keep your phone with you and turned on at all times. Plug it in next to your bed. Do not turn it off when you go to sleep. If it's 3 a.m. and you are sleeping, we need to be able to reach you to wake you up, and the phone is our best bet. Next, learn and know your zone. The city will share evacuation information based on zones. Visit community.zonehaven.com now to learn your evacuation zone. Then memorize it. Also, bookmark the Zonehaven website so that you can see your zone's status if there is a fire. Make sure to check social media and local news sources for additional information. The City of Berkeley primarily uses the following: Twitter. If you're a Twitter user, follow the City of Berkeley account and the AC Alert account, which will duplicate AC Alert messages and provide updates. Radio. These stations will offer emergency information. And the last step is not to be the cause of the fire. Climate change is making these fires worse once they're started, but most fires are started by human factors such as burning debris, vehicle fires, equipment use, arson, campfires, playing with fire, and smoking. We recognize this in Berkeley, so we have special rules in place during periods of fire weather. The rules have special focus on the hills areas because they are greater risk. Specifically, they revolve around reducing the likelihood that a fire will ignite. Don't mow your lawn on a red flag day. If you're towing a vehicle, watch out for the length of the chain. Make it so it doesn't drag on the ground and create a spark. No fires in your fire pit. No spark producing tools like jackhammers, lawnmowers, weed eaters, hedge trimmers. These are 4 steps to take control before a fire starts. Choose your evacuation trigger, make a fire weather plan, get ready to receive emergency information, and exercise caution during fire weather. To learn more and to get Household Fire Weather Planning Toolkit, please visit our website, cityofberkeley.info/wildfire. To sign up to receive alerts about fire weather and evacuations, visit acalert.org. Visit community.zonehaven.com to learn your evacuation zone now.